Hey everyone, Elise here. I'm out on my walk with my dog and I got this need to stop and, I don't know, do a vlog about Yoni Brew, a video about Yoni Brew. So here we are. Anyway, I realised I hadn't done a video about the beginnings of Yoni Brew, and so I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about it. So I got asked by, as you know, if you look it up, I also have timeless tea. I create different blends of teas. It's my passion, love it. And that sort of lent into people asking me to create a Yoni steam. And I originally said no. And put simply, I was on the phone to someone, and it must have been in my psyche something, because I started to remote write a list of ingredients in my diary, and I was just like, I set out actually to write a food list, a grocery list. So that kind of surprised me. I looked down, I went, holy crap, I've got those ingredients in my backyard growing for my tea, which I only made for myself at that stage. So, creating my own concoctions with my own stuff instead of buying it in. Anyway, so I'm there going, I had tears in my eyes looking at this piece of paper with all these herbs written on it, and I knew immediately what this was about. So I got out and dried the herbs that I had, ordered the one herb, the juniper berry that I didn't have, or the berries, from my tea supplier, and wow, okay, got that in, made a blend, smelt it. Oh, it took me to another place. When I was creating it, I had a lot of energy flowing through, lots of visions, lots of shaking, lots of sweating, and I had a vision of Sabrina, who's a spiritual teacher and a good friend, who was one who asked me to create this in a cave, and I don't know, she was just there by herself, but it felt really ancient, and that's all I had to, go off. So anyway, made the blend up. I hadn't even tried it myself, and I just sent it off. I'm like, okay, here we go. You want it? Try it then. Fine. Oh my God. Anyway, didn't tell her anything about what I'd gone through with the packing and the visions and the shaking and all that. And she got it, unwrapped it, and loved it, wanted to jump into it, had tears flowing, and so immediately steamed. I heard from her immediately after the steam, and she's like, did you have any visions or anything? And I said, yes, I had a vision of you in a cave. And she's like, get out of town. I had a vision. She's like, I met a medicine woman in there, and she gave me this red book, and I held it to my heart. And she goes, she hadn't opened it. And I had rewritten the ingredients in a red book created just for Yoni Brew. Yeah, it's pretty intense. So we're like, what? Anyway, so it's pretty magical that we'd seen or gone to the same place. And it was quite clear that Yoni Brew needed to come out in the world. And so it's not just another Yoni steam. I don't want to copy what anyone else is doing. I'm moving with no restrictions with this. And I trust the direction that I'm given, and I trust also in my background of making teas to actually go ahead with this. So yeah, we're going ahead with it, and I'm loving it. and who knows where it's taking me, but it looks like we might be uprooting and moving house even. There's a force behind Yoni Brew, and there's a service attached to it, so I just love it. And there's a little bit of the background for you as to what it took for me to actually, I don't know, trust and to go ahead and begin service of sacred sexuality and the rising of the feminine. So it's a massive part, massive, even down to how the spirals are grown. And that's another vlog. But yeah, at this stage, that was the beginning. That's what it took. Visions to be aligned. You know, a person of high influence in my life to actually say, freaking go with it. You know, like just trust yourself and trust this energy and what it's downloading to you, and go with that. Because it's not like, you know, it's not generally what I was expecting with this, you know. With the force that's behind it too is pretty interesting. So look, I'll do my best to keep it down the line, and what you're going to get is transparency from me, and also you're going to get the most potent Yoni Brew I can create. So I think that's all I want to say at this stage. Yeah, anyway, I'll no doubt be dropping in for another vlog soon. All right, love you guys. See ya.